Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins. Where's my thing, Joey? Why you can't? Hey everybody. Okay. I just wanted to see everybody see my VV Nation over here. Hey, welcome. Trending Thursday, my first favorite day of the week. Now the second day of the week is midday market on Monday. So, man, here we go. We got a new subscriber to the channel already. Gotta love that. Right away. Gotta love it. If you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear, and tell me where you're tuning in from. So, all right, trying to see if this is working.
It should play at the top.
It's at the top? Is it playing? All right. There we go. I'm dual streaming on Facebook as well. So I want to make sure I can see all the Facebook chat. So all my people on Facebook, I can see your chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from as well. Writing side saddle to me is Joey. He's my producer. Say hi, Joey.
Hi, Joey.
There you go. And Mark, are you here already? Mark sent us a nice little package for all of us. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. That was good. Joey, there it is. And you want to see it? I got some candy, and Mark sent it out to a few of us. Thank you so much for that, Mark. And Joey is making me eat it, and we're loving it. And thank you. So that was an early Christmas present from Mark Norton. Want to say thank you very much for that, Mark. We do appreciate it. Steve Chappell likes it. Boston. Very generous. All right. Jay says, Mark Norton, you are the man. Is it special candy? I won't tell you about kind of candy it is. You mind your business. Mind your manners about what's in that candy, right, Joey?
That's right.
That's some good candy right there, though. Woo-hoo-wee. That's some good candy. Don't worry. That's right. Nectarios is here. I know you are. Yasu to you too, my friend. That's Greek for hello, I think. No, Tekanis. Kalas. I am the master of many languages. Don't understand all of them, but I'm the master of many languages. Let me tell you something. It's not a stretch. I know some languages. All right, so I got Orlando, Arizona, Kentucky, Texas, Florida, Georgia. What's LOL? I don't know. Nailed that car. Oh, thanks, VectorVest. Nailed that car. Thank you for that, Felix. That was a good story that we put out on our YouTube channel. So not only do we do midday market, not only do we do Trending Thursdays, but between Patrick and I, we put out a lot of stuff on YouTube. So you guys need to hopefully watch that stuff. Support that channel. Harry says, I joined you in buying DM Monday. Thanks. You are so welcome, man. Brooklyn, New York. Frank Hasu is from Brooklyn. That's where I was born and raised. Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. All right. So glad that you're all here. Put a clap up there for you. Everybody can hear that. And then for Joey later, that's for you. Start off already. All right. So we're going to do a couple of things. One, if you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you'll get the alert when it's time for videos like this to come out. Number two, hit the like button, especially if what you see makes sense to you and you can use it in your everyday trading. Please hit the like button. And third, just to let you know, we do have a Tampa 2-day coming up. I talked about it. When did I talk about it? When did we talk? We talked about it yesterday on the Hot Stock panel. All right, so we are going live. As of right now, depending on what goes on with COVID between now and January, we are going to be live in Tampa for a Tampa 2-day. We weren't able to do it last year because of COVID, so this year we're hoping that we can do it. Quick question. How many of you are going to try to go to the Tampa live? Type a 1. How many of you are going to try to go to Tampa live? Type a 1. How many of you are willing to watch it on a live stream? Type a 2. How many of you are willing to go live? Type a 1. And how many of you would like it on a live stream? Type a 2. And I can, people like Ron says, nope, I hear you, Ron. It is what it is. It totally is what it is. But I'm just curious to know how many of you would be willing to go. A lot of people are looking at the live stream. Excellent. So guess what? Joey and I anticipated that a lot of you would like the live stream. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to give away a live stream today. We're going to give away a live stream free, not the in-person, But the live stream, where's the live stream? There we go. We're going to give away one of these today. Joey is going to put the link in the chat. I am going to tell you guys, you probably want to start registering for the live or the live stream. Book your tickets for the live or start ordering your live stream now. All right, so Joey, as he puts those in there, I'm going to invite you guys to do it now. For Facebook, what can we do for Facebook? Can you put something in there for them? Yeah. All right, so Joey is going to put something in the Facebook for you guys. I am going to ask you, you need to start booking them now. All right, so click the link. The price is like $95. Start putting that in now so that you can get that out, going. All right, just put that out there. Joey is going to put something in the YouTube for you guys. There you go. All right, so in order for you to win the live, though, win the live stream, you have to be here at the end of the presentation. At the end, we're going to draw a winner. It's a $95 value. It's a $95 value. We're going to give away a live stream today. So you guys need to be here at the end of the presentation in order for that to go along. All right? So I'm putting that out there. I don't have a keyword to give to you yet. We will get one so that you can get on board. And again, start ordering now. Actually, I'm going to do this, Joey. Keep that up there like this. I need to see the chat. Close that. Close that.
What was the chat? Let's go ahead in there.
Right there. It's kind of bundled up. I can't really see it. Oh, can you do that? Oh, Joey is the man. There you go. Perfect. Now I can really see the chat. All right, so now I can see. That's right. Go Blue. You saw my cup. You saw my Michigan cup for coffee. There you go. So go Blue. All right, let's get into it. All those people who are brand new to the channel, what do we do here? We talk about what's hitting the market, trending, what industries are trending, that kind of thing, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun doing this. How about the English line? Says, what are you talking about? Jay is on both. Jay, stay on one, either on Facebook or on YouTube. Goodness gracious, stay on one or the other. All right, let's get into the VectorVest homepage. I can minimize that. Let's talk about what's going on in the market. All right, we always start off from a market timing perspective, what's going on in the market, and let's do it this way. All right, so this is the homepage of the VectorVest system. And from here, as a VectorVest subscriber, we can glean a lot of information about what's going on and actually start to hone in on what stocks or what industries, what sectors are moving right here from the homepage. If I look at the market timing gauge today, we're one tick into the green. Only one of our indicators, market timing indicators, are in the green. And VectorVest still advocates buying safe undervalued stocks that are rising in price at this time. We give this kind of guidance every single day. If any of you out there are not VectorVest subscribers, we offer a trial to the VectorVest software for 99 cents. Because you're on YouTube, 99 cents for 30 days. So everything that you see here on this homepage, you can have access to for 30 days for 99 cents. I invite any of you who are sitting on the fence to take advantage of the 99 cents. If there's anybody out there in VV Nation want to talk to anybody who's sitting on the fence about the 99 cents, do it in the chat. Folks, all you new folks that are sitting in here looking at the chat, listen to the people who are VV Nation people, who are subscribers to the system. Listen to what they have to say. If you have a question about the software, ask them. They can be more than likely to answer your question. If they can't, I will. But talk to the people who are real subscribers to the software, especially if you're sitting on the fence. All right. So on our homepage, 9,060 stocks we track. We can see what the indices are doing today. We have a mixed market. The Dow is slightly down. Well, the Dow is down 130 points. Interesting, right? The tech stocks, though, are leading the charge, up 0.8%. The S&P is up about 0.3%, and our VectorVest composite, which tracks the move of 9,060 stocks, is only up 1 cent, or up a little less than 0.1% today. So the market is definitely mixed, but the market has been going up nicely for the past few days. Remember what happens, there's a song. There's a song. What goes up must come down. Spinning wheels, turn around. It's that kind of deal. market was set for a little bit of a pullback today. If we're looking at our advanced to decliners, more stocks in our system are going down than going up, but not by a lot. But we still have got a lot of green in our color guard. One day doesn't make a trend. A pullback today doesn't mean that the market is now dead set to go down. Just keep your eyes, and VectorVest keeps you focused instead of keeping your head on the swivel. That's what we do. That's what we do. We keep you guys focused, and that's what's important. All right, so from our homepage, that's what we look like. But now, what's leading us up to what we look like right now? With all of the green in the market looks like it's more so on a bullish pull. Our slowest, most conservative call is up. Underlying trend is up. Market is up. Primary wave is up. All of those terminologies you will learn as you become a subscriber for 99 cents to the software. Let's talk about what's making the market look like this overall. All right. I'm going to get into my first news story, and I've got news on what's going on in the market. Big story. Fed keeps the rates on hold. All right. So that's big. The Fed keeps the rates on hold. And let me talk to you about the interest rates. What has your Uncle Glenn been telling you about interest rates? Type it in the room. What has your Uncle Glenn been telling you about interest rates, even though the Fed was telling us that the market was transitory? What was the inflation was transitory? What was your Uncle Glenn telling you all this time? All right. What was your Uncle Glenn telling you all this time? I just want to know. As I drink from my Michigan cup, that what was I telling you? That there was, I told you that I thought that transitory was the wrong terminology to use. The inflation was not transitory. Inflation was a problem. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Inflation was a problem. And slowly but surely, they've backed off of the transitory talk. And they say that inflation is something that's going to be here for a while. Jay says, Uncle Glenn, that's kind of creepy. Is that creepy, Joey? Joey said no. All right. Interest rates are way higher than the Feds are telling us, and it's not transitory. You think inflation. I still think inflation is still an issue. Inflation will cause the rise of interest, and that's absolutely right. I honestly think that the Fed was saying, well, we're not going to raise it until later next year. I think it's going to be earlier than that. That's my personal opinion. But the bond buying taper will start this month. And I think that that's sort of kind of baked in. I think everybody knew it was going to happen. I think that that's baked into the market. But what's helping the market move higher right now is still earnings. Companies are still beating or exceeding their earnings expectations. You know what I think is going to happen within the next couple of quarters? As the bond tapering catches up and people start moving out of the market and start moving into bonds because bond yields are going to go up, people for earnings are going to start buying back shares to keep the bottom line in black. Mark my words on that. All right? Because this is going to catch up. If people are getting out of the market, it's going to affect people's ability to still make money in the market. It's going to affect companies. Prices can start pulling prices back down because people are not going to be buying stocks as much. And what's going to happen in order for companies in the next couple of quarters, in order for companies to stay positive, they're going to have to buy back shares. Just keep that in mind. Next story. Fed start to reining in economic aid as inflation risks rises. They are really talking about what's going on in inflation now. It's not just transitory. Now, this is a crazy story. This is a crazy story. What is this? Yellen says U.S. economy not overheating. How many of you agree with that? Type of 1. How many people think that this story is kind of strange and not true? Type 2. How many of you agree with what Yellen is saying? Type of 1. How many of you disagree that the market is overheating? Type of 2. Felix says, also a good song, and it's hard to belong to someone else, a stock, when the right stock comes along. All right, how many of you think that Yellen is right? Now, a couple of people are in here saying that Yellen is right. Really? I think that it's two that I don't get this. I don't understand how she can sit there and say that. I think that the inflation is an issue, that the market is overheating. I think so. But I'm okay. I'm okay if you don't agree with me. I just want to see where you guys' heads are at. I really do. I want to see where you guys' heads are at in regards to that. I'm thinking that the market is overheating. Yellen said last month inflation was much higher. Got you, John. Man. All right, so that was the story, and I'm going to bring up one more. Talking about the jobs, all right? One of the things that I did type a poll about the reason why a lot of people weren't coming back to work. And the biggest response was that people are looking for higher wages. All right, I totally understand that. That was the biggest reason why people are not going back to work, according to you guys in the poll, is that people are looking for higher wages, a livable wage. I don't disagree with that. But this was one of my choices too, is about people retiring early. COVID-19 pushed many Americans to retire. The economy needs them back. A lot of people retired. You know, they were at ages where they said, well, you know, if COVID is going to put people away, put people in houses, put them back in the house and out of the economy, they said, okay, we'll take the early retirement, and they haven't come back. That's a lot of what's going on in the job problem. Look at a lot of the service jobs that are out there. How many of them were filled by retirees? Think about that. Take a deep thought about that. There was a lot. There was a lot that were filled by retirees because they were able to keep their own hours, work the days that they wanted to work, but they were in the economy. They're not anymore. All right, so that's another big reason. I wanted to bring this up because this was one of my poll questions. Inflation will hurt everyone, especially people without big savings. Inflation is going to always hurt a lot of people. Roger says, I'd love to go back to work part-time at least, but no one hires retired engineers. See? So this story is kind of cool about that. Kirby, hey, Kirby, I made my regular VV subscription cost for the year just back this week in one trade, car. Oh, how many of y'all watched the video on car on Avis? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you watched the video on YouTube that I did on car? And if you didn't, type a 2. I want to see how many people don't watch the videos. I'm not going to call you out, but I'm just curious to know because we do a lot more on YouTube than just Trending Thursday. But how many of you watched the Avis video that I put out on YouTube? Type a 1. And if you didn't, type a 2. I like that I'm trying to keep engaged with you guys. For all of you who did not, I invite you to go to our YouTube channel and watch the videos that between Patrick and I we put out. We need your support on those videos, to watch those videos. Please do. But I see a lot of 1s in the room. Where's my Facebook people? Only Kirby responded, but that's all right. Huh? You put a link in there? All right, Joey's putting a link in there. What link are you putting in there? You're going to put the link for the video in YouTube and Facebook? Oh. And put them in both? Joey, you're so smart. You're my friend. That's why I love you, Joey. You're so, one day we're going to be real friends. Jay, did you do well with the GME with Patrick? I'm actually trading GME and AMC both. All right. So these are the stories about what's going on in the market with the Fed, with the interest rates, along with the tapering, Yellen saying that the market's not overheated. And then again, this is an important story about retirees not going back to work, all right? Not going back to work. All right, let's do this. Let's go take a look at what this relates to as far as the market is concerned. All right, let's go to my watch list of stocks today. I got a lot of stocks today, so I gotta keep on moving, right? Let's go to Trending Thursday, and I gotta find, where is it? Trending Thursday, what's today? 11/4/21. How many stocks am I looking at today? Joey's going to look at it and go, 18 stocks. That's all right. Let's go look at the 2 stocks that I look at. It's at the bottom. The VVC, out of all of these stocks, the VVC is at the bottom. S&P is towards the bottom as well. Let's go take a look at them, though. All right, let's go take a look. And let's take a look at a longer view. This is a 3-month view. Ooh, that's a graph setup from yesterday. That's Stan's setup with the EMA crossovers. Let's go put on my layout, graph layout. Where is it? GETJR. Let's do GETR. It'll go swing. All right. So now what am I looking at? I'm looking at the VectorVest composite over the last 3 months. I'm looking at the earnings per share. Earnings are still rising overall in the market. And remember, this indicator, the VVC, looks at the move of over 9,000 stocks. Volume is pretty good across the board. Earnings growth is good. Look at that. Market hit a new high today. Even though it pulled back, it's still higher than yesterday's candle. Nice little pullback, a little bit of selling pressure here on today's candle. Altogether, though, above the 20-day exponential moving average. Market's in a nice little uptrend. Again, a little bit of a pullback, but still overall a new high overall over the last 3 months. And the same thing with the spiders. S&P 500, look at that move. Watch volume on S&P, though. Volume on the SP is starting to level out a little bit, but from this high is trending a little lower. Same kind of look, right? A little bit of wick at the top, but definitely above the 20-day. But look at all of the days up compared to the days down on both of them. More up days than down days. Nonetheless, the market is still bullish. What do you do with the stocks that you own right now? This is a good time to still just watch them, keep tight stops on them. You don't have to have too tight a stop. Make sure you have stops on them. Make sure you don't let any of your stocks get away from you. All right. Anybody got any questions about my stocks today? Somebody says AMD. They're in AMD, and I don't have AMD up here today, but I do have NVIDIA. Crocs is on my list today. These are some of the stocks that I'm looking at. COVID pushed many women to drop out of the workforce since schools were closed. That's another one. That was another one that was in my poll about childcare, women in childcare. All right, there's a lot of families, a lot of dads now or moms staying home to watch the kids because schools are not on a full-blown go-back-to-school schedule. Are your kids on a full-blown go-back-to-school schedule? So Joey's kids are on a full-blown back to school all day long, but that's not everywhere. And that causes still angst for people who have children to stay home with their kids instead of having to try to pay. There's a lot of people out there that are working, just one paycheck for one of the two parents is specifically for childcare. That sucks. Childcare is so freaking expensive. It's ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. Feds will change their tune, same as the Bank of Canada, and raise interest rates most likely in April. Ravi, I still think that it's going to be even earlier than that. I think which is in the spring. I'm thinking, well, maybe March, April. That's the spring. Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. I don't think it's going to be too much earlier than that. Why are top searches in the Derby bearish? Because the market is down today. Well, we've got a mixed market. I'm not going to show the Derby. I won't show the Derby because not everybody in this room has paid for the Derby, so I'm not going to show it. The only time I'm going to talk about the Derby knees is in the Jockey Club, but not here on Trending Thursday. I will not do it here. I think that that's a disservice to the people who are subscribers who have paid for the Derby. I won't give that away for free. I give enough away here for free than that. All right, I give enough away for free. I won't give that away. That's why we need school vouchers. Listen, that's another whole conversation on its own when we start talking about schools. All right, so thanks for the knowledge, sir, says Wendell. Was that for me, Wendell, or was that somebody in the room? That might have been somebody in the room. All right, so that's my first story is on what's going on in the market. Let's go to my next story. My next story is about retail apparel stocks. Apparel stocks, I did a delta on sectors. Apparel is one of the fastest moving sectors over the last 2 weeks, up 34% in the last 2 weeks. Understand, Trending Thursday is all about what's trending. So I want to try to get you in the industries that are trending so I can find you the stocks that are in the industries that are trending. Crocs soars after profit beat, price target raised on stellar results. I hate the way those shoes look. But this is a great stock. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if the apparel sector is moving, here's one of the stocks that's moving it. Another one, Nike. Nike files for virtual goods trademark in shoes apparel. Why is that important? What's going on right now as far as a big trend? The metaverse. So Nike filing for a virtual goods trademark is getting prepared for this whole metaverse deal where people can be in a virtual space without having to be in a physical space. So let me talk to you a little bit about the metaverse. I don't know if I'm for it or against it. If people are going to spend a lot of time in a virtual place, they need to be some place where they can be in that virtual place. I think that the whole idea of the metaverse is going to pull people indoors and keep them indoors. That is my fear of the metaverse. Does anybody agree with that? Type a 1 if you agree with that. Type a 2 if you don't agree with that. Type a 3 if you don't give a flying flip about it. All right? Type a 1 if you agree that the metaverse is going to cause people to converge indoors and never go out. Type a 2 if you disagree with that. And type a 3 if you don't give, I'll say it again, if you don't give a flying flip about it. And I see a lot of 3s coming up. I see a lot of 3s coming up. All of the people who are typing 3, though, I do want you to get on, at least start looking at it, because I believe it's going to be a real thing. It is transforming into something that is real, and a lot of people are going to get on board with this whole metaverse thing. So all of the people, I just wanted to put that out there. All of the people who are typing in 3, you may think you don't give a flying flip about it now, but at some point in time, folks, you're going to. Somebody says, isn't it just like the Matrix? It could be. It could. Somebody else put another analogy that this is like, what's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? With the Inception. That this is sort of like that Inception or the Matrix. This is something that's in its infancy, and I think that there's a lot of money to be made on this concept. I'm going to probably have to do a video on this whole metaverse thing, because I think there's a lot of money that can be made. But a lot of people out there who are saying a 3 that you don't care, you're going to care at some point, I think. Metaverse logo looks like my old race car tracks growing up. Oh, you remember those, John? I used to hit my sister with my race tracks. Does that make me a bad brother? Does that make me a bad brother? All right. Will be real. A lot of people are already playing video games in the 9th degree, on the 9th degree. I'm telling you, folks, for everybody who typed a 3, this is something to look at. I think so. A fake world is exactly what all the fake people in this world need. You know, that's another topic, Robert, for people who might have some semblance of, not liking themselves the way that they are, being able to go into a virtual world. I think that there's a psychological thing behind this as well. I'm getting deeper into this whole metaverse thing than I probably wanted to, but Nike, this is interesting that a big apparel company is fighting for a virtual goods trademark, so that in shoes and apparel. I don't think that's a bad thing. Metaverse, reason why NVIDIA is rocking. That's another stock that's rocking we're going to talk about. But Metaverse is going to affect a lot of other stocks out there as well. Inception inside of GeoCity, says Felix on Facebook. Gone with the Wind? How is that Gone with? I don't think this is Gone with the Wind, Kirby. How did you get Gone with the Wind out of this? Kenneth says, I just want to know how to leverage the metaverse in my portfolio. I got you, Kenneth. I got you. The metaverse. I got you. All right. I think I'm going to start doing more videos on it. Another one. Steve Madden shoes, Q3 earnings and revenues beat estimates. So these were the 3 of the biggest movers in the apparel industry that I wanted to bring to your attention. And I'm just saying, and I think that as we start to get closer to the holiday season, retail stocks in general are going to move. All right, so I want you guys to get prepared for that. Here's 3 good stocks. The Nike stock is on a whole nother level, but I think between Crocs and Steve Madden and other retail stocks, they're going to start really moving as we get closer and closer to the holiday season. Let's go see where Crocs sits. Crocs is in the top quarter of the list. There's Steve Madden shoes, and then there's Nike. Let's go take a look at their graphs real quick. So these are 3 big stocks in the hottest sector, in a sector that's not hottest sector that's moved the most over the last 2 weeks. This sector, the apparel sector, is up 34% in the last 2 weeks. So you could be getting in the move. Here's Crocs. Love the earnings per share. Love the earnings growth. New high today. A little bit of a pullback as the market or the Dow is starting to pull back. Definitely above my 20-day exponential moving average. Broke above a level of resistance at 160.102. Nicely moving higher. Like it. Madden shoes, same scenario. Above the 20-day exponential moving average. Bumped up yesterday on good volume. New high today. Earnings looks good. Earnings growth looks good. New high, I like that. And the last one is Nike. This is a different one, though. This is looking for that virtual space in the metaverse. They're filing for some kind of patents for it or information on it. New high. Notice that all three of these stocks in that industry or that sector is moving fast. All three of them hit new highs today. Is it too late to get into them? No. I would make sure that I buy higher than the high to make sure that I'm still buying into the stock as it's rising. All three stocks are buy recommendations. Look at that. All three stocks are buy recommendations, new highs today. Anybody got any questions on my apparel stocks? How? All their Chinese shoes are sitting in the LA harbor. Listen, they're still selling a lot of shoes. Believe you me, Roger. Do you know something? There may be a backlog on a lot of things, but you don't think that Nike's got a ton of shoes already in inventory? They may be dwindling in their inventory, but they got a lot of shoes that they can sell. All right, heading to Jerry's. Have a good afternoon. Hey, Robert, have a good day. It's probably disruption. It's not inflation and drop. I'm taxes through from... What are you saying, Frank? Normal inflation and excess growth now reversing. Productivity is down. Very bad sign. I think that overall, along with the tapering, along with the interest rates, I think that the backlog on supply is going to be an issue. It's not going to be an issue. It is an issue. And I don't know if we've already felt the full effects of it yet, but we will. I don't think that we're in full effect mode on supply. And once supply really drives up, prices are going to go up. Inflation is going to be more and more and more and more of an issue. All right. Supply issues caused by private sector forcing retirements and dislocation of labor. Nothing to do with inflation. Buffer issues. Eventually massive deflation. Frank, I'm not saying no to that either. There's a lot of things on the table when it comes down to inflation, and it comes down to jobs, it comes down to interest rates. There's a lot of things on the table. What I'm giving you is the overview of what to look for and what to expect and what's going on. That's what I'm doing. All right, does that make sense, Frank? That's what I'm doing. Kirby says number one supply issue is here. Hi, what about NVIDIA? NVIDIA is a stock that we will be talking about. Who said that? That was on Facebook. We will be talking about Facebook in a moment. Anybody got any questions about my apparel stocks? Before I move over to the next story, anybody got any questions on my apparel stocks?
Just remind me about Tampa one more time.
Real quick. Remember that we have a Tampa 2-day coming up in January 8th and 9th. We will be live unless something changes. We will be live, and we will be live streaming. If you're coming in late, we will be giving away a Tampa live stream free today. It's a $95 value, but you have to be here to the end of the presentation to qualify for it. We will be giving away a Tampa live today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet and you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. A little emote is going to pop up on the screen saying thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already hit the like button already, I implore you to please hit the like button, especially if this information is useful to you. All right. On my Facebook, I think what I'm asking for is either likes or stars, right? Mm-hmm. I'm asking for likes or stars on the Facebook channel. So if you guys can do that on Facebook for me, that would be greatly appreciated.
Jay guessed the keyword.
Say again?
Jay guessed the keyword.
Joey, that's not the keyword. Joey is not the king.
It is now.
What? Joey, you ain't the king. You ain't the king. All right, let's go to the next story. I'm going to fight Joey today. That's what I think I'm going to do. All right, next story. Clean energies. Auto and truck clean energies is on the move. Clean energy, auto and truck is up 17% over the last 2 weeks. So the interesting about clean energy and EVs, when they move just like that. When I move, you move just like that. When, I put my hand up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. All right, but nonetheless, when it moves, it moves. When it doesn't, it doesn't. But what I do like about Lucid, this is one of my stocks in my clean energy EVs today. Lucid Motors stock is a buy is a buy as initial deliveries of Lucid Air start. Interesting. They just officially started selling their Lucid Airs last week. So now they've got some sales on the books. And I think this was anticipated. It looks like a nice looking car too. They now have some sales on the books. They just started putting their cars out. I'm thinking that this is definitely a stock to keep your eyes on. We're going to look at it. Tesla. We all know what's going on with Tesla. Tesla Got the big order from Hertz. Tesla up 50% in a month. Is this stock set up for a short trade? Interesting. When, anybody wants people to migrate to a story, that's a title. Is this now a short trade because it's up so much? Tesla is in the $1 trillion market cap. The company is a good company. It's got good earnings per share. The stock is good. I'm not calling this a short trade at all. All right, and the next one, XPEL. XPEL reports next week. Expects earnings growth. So we're going to take a look at, those are my 3 stocks in this space that I wanted to take a look at. What is this one? I don't want that one yet. Those are the 3 stocks in that space that I wanted to take a look at because, again, the auto truck EVs up 17% in the last 2 weeks. So if it's on the move, let's go take a look at them. Tesla. Now, for those people that say that the stock is a short trade, stock's got great upside potential. It's a safe stock that's moving up, positive earnings. Look at that. It's got the second highest earnings growth rate on here, 53%. For me, for anybody to say that it's a short trade, I'm not at it. Kirby says Lucid cars start at $77,000. Listen, is that out of the price range when you look at Tesla cars? Kirby, is that out of the price range when you look at Tesla cars? And from what I understand, when I looked at this, that Lucid Air is a freaking top tier car. Looks beautiful inside and out. Looks like a beautiful car. So I hear the price point on it, but I think it's something a lot of people are looking for. XPEL is up here, and where's Lucid? Lucid's towards the bottom. Lucid is still more of a speculative play. Lucid is still of a speculative play. Roger says, by the way, I got the mug you sent. I really like the design and quality. Much nicer than the one I bought a while back. So the one that they bought before wasn't as good a quality as the one that we had here? Is that what he's saying? Was that true?
I never got one of those other ones.
I didn't get one of those little, these are the ones that we have that you still keep hiding from me. Joey's got like 1 billion cups, and he won't let me have one. I got to find out where they are. Once I do, I'm going to start just giving away them. I'm just going to start mailing them out because Joey won't know. I'm just going to mail them. Wait till I find them. I'm going to send them to everybody. ERRY. Everybody. I'm going to send it to everybody. All right. I'm looking for an EV conversion, says Jim. Interesting. Is there an EV conversion company out there that'll turn your car into an EV car? I don't know if you can do that. While if it's a hybrid, it's both engine and it's both gas and battery. I don't know. Jim, can you see if you can find me some information on a conversion? I don't know if there's an EV conversion company out there. Can anybody help me out with that? I don't know if there is. That would be an interesting concept to take I think it'd be a lot of work to try to convert your car into a hybrid. I think that it would be a tough thing to do. That would be my thinking. All right, let's take a look at these 3 stocks. The only one that looks good in the list is at the top of the list. EVs are fad. We'll be driving coal-fired cars after the next crash. You think so, Roger? So let me give you my 2 cents behind EVs. To a certain degree, I agree with Roger. Why are EVs moving the way that they are now? I think because the government mandated that we're trying to move to the EVs. It wasn't market-driven. All right, does everybody understand that? Type that in the room. Type a 1 in the room if you understand what I just said. That EVs, so to a certain degree, I do agree with Roger that it's a fad, but to a certain degree, I don't. The government mandated that we move over to electric cars, all right? And the market did not say that we were ready to go to electric cars. So with that, I agree with the fad part of it. But maybe we were ready, and this was the little push to get us more into lessening our carbon footprint, thus moving to electric cars. So I've got 2 ideas on that. So Roger, I'm with you. This is entirely government influence. I sort of agree with that, Roger, but I do understand and agree that maybe it's time for us to think about lessening our carbon footprint, and electric cars is a good way to do that. So that's my idea on that. The government should have went with a bridge fuel like natural gas. I don't disagree with that either. All right, buyers will depend on where you live. I agree with that too. Canada gas prices near $5 a gallon helps to move to EVs. You think that could be part of why gas is going up, to help people push them over to EVs? Folks, this now also becomes a little bit of a think tank where we're solving the world's problems right here. I love the ideas that you guys are putting out there. I love the ideas that you're putting out there. And without it being totally political, I think what you're saying is really real. That gas prices are high. Maybe it's scaring people into going to electric cars. The government mandate to put us into electric cars. That maybe there's an artificial push towards electric cars. But I still think that we're at a time where we're ready for electric cars as well. That's, again, all of this is just my opinion as we walk through this together. All right, so that's all that I'm doing. And somebody said the government should go with hydrogen. Hydrogens make bombs. Hydrogen cars could go boom. I'm just putting that out there as well. All right, now the Volt cars went boom too. Those are electric, but they went boom. But I think hydrogen failed as an experiment for cars from that perspective, I think. All right, so, all right. There you go. Government should provide subsidies, not mandates. Raphael, I'm with you 110% on that. I'm with you 110% on that. It should have provided subsidies, not mandates. Thank you for that, Raphael. I appreciate that. All right. China is serious about the EVs. They will thrive as we move into the future. We will see. We will see. Let's go into my next story. What's my next story? Where am I at? Next story. Electronic stocks. Woo! Electronic stocks are up 16% over the last 2 weeks. What stocks are moving the electronic sector? Wire hits fresh new highs. There's still room to run. We're going to take a look at that. What else is in this? NVIDIA. Man, who doesn't like NVIDIA? How many of you are trading NVIDIA? Type a 1. If you're not trading in NVIDIA and would like to, type a 2. I didn't give you much choice. How many of you are trading NVIDIA? Type 1. How many of you are not trading but want to trade it? Type 2. Type of 2. I'm curious. NVIDIA is a stock that's been rocking and rolling. It's a big money favorite. And we're going to look at it. We're going to take a look at it. I like NVIDIA, and people are typing in 2, but I gave you not too much of a choice on 2, that you're not in it, but you want to play it. But we're going to take a look at that. And then another stock in this space, ON Semiconductor, third quarter revenues and earnings top estimates. Tech stocks, even semiconductors, even with the chip shortage, semiconductors are rocking and rolling too, making money. So this is a big mover in that sector space. And I think I got one more. Do I not have one more? Yes. Plantronics. All right, is this not Plantronics? I believe it's Plantronics. Development. I swear this is Plantronics. How come it doesn't tell me? Santa Cruz, a global outfitter, audio, video. No. Second quarter. This is Poly. This ain't Plantronics. But this was another stock in the space. This was another stock in the space that wasn't as well known, that I wanted to bring to your attention, especially if the industry or the sector is rising. All right, let's bust a move. Let's go see Wire. Woo! Wire's number 3 in the list. That means it's the third best VST in here. ON Semiconductor is in here. It is Plantronics. That's what I thought. It is Plantronics. And what was the last one? What was the last one? NVIDIA. And there it is, NVIDIA. All right, there they all are. Let's go take a look at them. Let's go to Polycom is Plantronics. I thought it was Plantronics, but it is. All right, let's go take a look at all of these stocks. In the space for electronic stocks, view the stock graph. Let's peep them out. Wow. Look at Wire. Jay, Wire is something that we've been looking at in the Jockey Club, yes? Wire is a stock that we've been looking at in the Jockey Club. Kirby says, best overall Z-electric motors, best for plug-in hybrid conversions. There is a conversion. Green Motors, Inc., best for classic cars, green shit. Thank you for that. Can I send that over to, can I copy this? I'm going to copy this from Facebook. And I'm going to put it into, there it is, and I put it into YouTube. That came from Kirby, talking about conversions. I didn't know that there were conversions. Thank you for that, Kirby. Thank you for that, Kirby. I put it over into the YouTube chat so they could take a look at it. All right, Encore. Look at this stock, rock and rolling. It's pulling back right now. Actually, more so consolidating, pulling back, but it's above the 20-year exponential moving average. Earnings looks good. Earnings growth looks good. Whew. Own semiconductor. Look at that. Gap up, gap up, gap up, gap up. This gapped up for 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. Holy smokes. Anybody? Look at that. That's taking off like an airplane. Holy smokes. What don't I like about this, though? As I'm looking at this, what don't I like about it? Anybody who knows me in the way I trade, what scares me about this? There's two things. What scares me about this? Type it in the room. What scares me about this stock? Anybody? David Paul would call that a rocket launcher. Volume is one of them. Parabolic is the other one. So volume came from MR Consulting. Mark Wood says the gap. Mike says parabolic. There you go. And on Facebook, Salvatore said decreasing volume. So I don't like both. I don't like the parabolic move of it. The gap, I don't mind. I don't mind the gap, but I don't like the parabolic move as volume is falling. Be careful with OWN. It is a hot stock in that sector, but be careful. It looks like it might be overextended. So even though I like the move, I'm letting you know to be careful with it. Everybody in the room understand that? All right, everybody in the room understand that? It is a hot stock that's rocking and rolling. The sector is rocking and rolling, but be careful with that if you own on. Guppy graph looks great. I gotta put a Guppy graph on here. On up 31% since 1019 by itself. I agree. The stock is rocking. Just be careful with it, all right? And another stock, Plantronics. I do like the move. It's a little choppy. Anybody know what I would call this? This is a little bit more Loch Nessy. All right, like the Loch Ness Monster. This is a little bit more Loch Nessy. That's a Glenism. Big selling pressure today. A little bit of a bearish harami on a buy recommended stock. This is just one day, though. This is just one day, and the stock's price is above the 20-year exponential moving average. Watch the dip in earnings per share. Next one, good. Googly muggly. How many of you are trading NVIDIA? Type a 1 in the room. How many of you are I can't even say it. Good Lord. Let me do that. I just do it all. It is a clap. It is an airplane. It is a train. Huh? Who? Oh. Man, oh man. That is. How many of you? I need everybody who's in NVIDIA to let me know. I just want to marvel at that. That just makes me want to go. That's exactly what that stock is right there, folks. Whoo-wee. Senseonics, I own that, Bob. You know I own that. Can you please have a look at Path? Everybody who's asking me I'll only say this once. For everyone who's asking me for stocks, save your stocks till the end when I give you an opportunity to look at stocks. All right? Save all of your stocks that you're asking for now until when I ask you for them. All right? So just put that out there. Good Lord. I'm loving this stock. That's a beautiful looking stock. Look at that beautiful open candle on big volume. Everything looks good about this stock. I love it. All right, so now you know why, as I look at the electronic stocks that have been up 16% in the last 2 weeks, why? All right, NVIDIA is beautiful. All right, let's get into my next group of stocks. Anybody got any questions about this? Whew, I'm hot over there. It's getting hot in here. I'll take off all my clothes. I am getting so hot. You want to give him the keyword now?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. You didn't let me finish singing my song, though.
Yeah.
I am getting so hot. I'm going to take... Okay. So anyway, we're going to give you the keyword because remember, at the end of the presentation today, we are going to give away a free Tampa 2-day live stream. All right, Joey's getting ready to give me the keyword right now. The keyword is... The keyword is VV Nation. Type it in now. Type it in now so that you are now going to be entered in. And that goes on both Facebook.
All one
and YouTube. It's all one word and don't spam it. All one word and don't spam it. If you type it in more than once, you get disqualified. I'm putting that out there.
It does it automatically.
Oh, it does it automatically? If you type it in more than once, you get disqualified automatically. I only need it once.
Automatically mark users enable the post the keyword multiple times.
All right, you can only do it once. Facebook people, anybody going to type in and try to get on board with this? All right, there you go. Kirby put it in. Thank you, Kirby. All right, been trying to interest my investment club to buy NVIDIA for the past 2 years. They are regretting it now. Kenneth, I'm with you, man. I feel you. All right, so while that's going on, let me get into my next story. While that's going on, let me get into my next story, which is drug stocks. All right, I'm not going to call them COVID stocks. I'm going to call them drug stocks. OMI, quarterly dividends. Oh, man, this was another stock I was supposed to look at on the electronic side, I think. No, this is drug stocks. This is on drug stocks. All right, quarter 3 earnings and revenue estimates. We're going to take a look at that. Dynavax spikes 10% this week, taking the 1-year highs, 1-year gains to 435%. This is a stock that we've talked about a lot here in Trending Thursday and in our Jockey Club. Pfizer stock falls despite CDC endorsement for pediatric COVID shots. This is the second big time that Pfizer's fallen over, anything. Pfizer's the first and only FDA-approved COVID drug. And the stock is having a hard time moving higher. All right, this is for the pediatric stuff, and the stock's still falling, even though the CDC endorsed it. And the last one is, what's that? Okay. And I didn't do that? Oh, and the last one is, that's the only one. All right. Man, I got a lot going on today. Let's go look at where there's Dynavax and Pfizer. Pfizer and BioNTech, I think, are getting a raw deal here. And OMI. I think that Pfizer and BioNTech are really getting a bad deal here. I'm not going to bring up Moderna. Moderna wasn't one of the ones that made the news this week. I still like Moderna as a stock. That's still my favorite stock in the space. But these are the stocks that I've got news on. So, Doug, hopefully that makes sense. NVAX, I didn't have any specific news on it, Stephanie. Remember, when I try to bring up a stock in a list, it needs to normally have some sort of news behind it. It needs to have some sort of news behind it. Let's go take a look at these. View the stock graph real quick. Time is it? Man, I'm on time. Woof. Dynavax, huh? Let's go see. Dynavax, bottom left, top right, down day to day. Clearly above the 20-day exponential moving average. Earnings per share looks good. Earnings growth looks good. Watch volume. Volume is steadying out, but it's a lot lower than it was back here when there was a little bit more of a spike. But at least it's normalizing. But it is clearly above the 20-day exponential moving average. Broke through a level of resistance at 2050. Now challenging it as a level of support. Let's see if that level of support can hold. But I do like the bottom left to top right move. On BioNTech and Pfizer, man, can anybody explain that to me, why these stocks are getting the raw deal? I don't understand it. Somebody said it was because of Merck. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Did you really say dynamite, Doug?
Dynamite.
You said dynamite. Wow. BioNTech is at a level of support, though, currently at 268.56. Look at that. Pfizer and BioNTech over. I still think the sky is the limit on this, but I don't know. I thought that with the FDA approval, this stock would have catapulted much, much higher. Much, much higher. Glenn's 2,000 shares on MRNA just made a drop of 63. No, buy more. Listen, I'm not a man of buying the dip. I am not a man of buying the dip. If I'm going to buy a stock, let's say a stock dip, I need to see the stock start moving up before I buy. If this is what you need. Hey, the stock moved, buy the dip. Oh, the stock moved, buy the dip. This is what I don't like about buying the dip. Now, if it dipped, but I see a move happening and I can buy in, that's when I'm going to buy more. Does that make sense, Lou? This is more than just a dip. And you would buy more and more, and you'd be putting good money behind bad money. This is why I don't like buying the dip. Does that make sense, Lou? Merck drug was accepted in the UK. Thank you for that energy.
The 3 and 8 crossover there?
The 3 and 8 here? You talking about here? I can change it. Oh, hold on. I can change it to put the 3 and the 8. Graph layouts.
I think you just need to highlight them if they're already ready.
Actually, I should have a 3-8. There it is. There's my 3-8. The 3-8's about to cross down. So now, Lou, here's that dip. This is where I would have bought. Boom. All right. Does that make sense, Lou? Does that make sense, Lou? That's where I would have bought. And if the stop breaks down now, and that's on, I'll do that for you for MRNA. I'll do it. MRNA. Look at that. I would have stayed. Now I get out. Does that make sense, Lou? And now you ask me the question, would I buy more? I don't know if I buy more. Look at this level of support. Not only did it break down with the 3 and the 8, it broke through a level of support. I'm not ready. I'm not telling you that I'm going to buy more. Because look at that cross down, and you say, okay, I'm going to buy more. Oh, hell, I'm going to buy more. And that's exactly how you feel. And then when it rebounds, you go, I hope it catches back up to here. Hopefully that made sense to everybody in the room who always talks about buying the dip. If that made sense, type a 1 in the room. Because I really want to talk to all of the people who always say, I'm going to buy the dip. I hope that this visual representation made sense in regards to buying the dips, folks. I am not a fan of it. I'd rather see the stock reverse before I start to buy more of a stock. I don't want to take this hit down. I don't want to do that. I'd rather see, all right, let me get out, let me take my profit, or if I made a little loss, I'd rather take a little loss right here than a big loss down here. Let me get some likes for that. Whether you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, folks, that's worth it to give you a better visual representation of not trying to buy the dips. I want to see the likes go up for that, because not everybody out there is going to tell you that. Most people are going to tell you, go buy the dips. You're going to be happy. I want to show you that that's not always the case. And guess what? If this becomes a big loss in your portfolio, what do? You make emotional decisions to try to recoup that. Let the software, whether it's the 3 and the 8, whether it's the 3 and the 8, whether it's the 20-day, whether it's the 50, whatever you use is moving averages. If you break down through that moving average, take that trade off the table and wait for a better buying opportunity. All right. How many likes did we get? I'm curious to know. I want to make sure that nobody tells you this kind of stuff. Most people on YouTube will always tell you, buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip. All right, buy the dip. So all right.
We get it. Stocks of interest.
Wow. Why are you shutting me down like that? Oh, man. I hate you right now. All right, fine. Let's go to my stocks of interest. There's 2. Square in, this is talking about how many people think that crypto is a real deal and not a fad. Somebody let me know that EV stocks were a fad. How many people think that crypto is a fad? Put a 1. If you think crypto is the real deal, put a 2. How many think crypto is a fad? Put a 1. How many of you think crypto is the real deal? Put a 2. All right, I'm curious to know. I think that crypto is a real deal. I don't think it's a fad. I really don't. I think that crypto is slowly but surely getting into mainstream market. All right, so that's my opinion. No answer is wrong. I always want to hear what you guys think. I do want to hear what you guys think. All right. And a lot of people are saying it's the real deal. A lot more people saying it's the real deal than people saying that it's a fad. All right. Only 1 of 3 watchers like. That's crazy. I know, Roger. That's right. I'm trying to get the likes up. I'm trying. Listen, I'm like James Brown. I'm the hardest working man on YouTube. Ain't I, Joey?
I agree.
I'm the hardest working man on YouTube trying to get you people edified on what's going on in the market.
You here early, you stay late.
I'm here early and I stay
Last one to
late.
leave.
I'm not always the last one to leave. I'm not always the last one. All right, thank you. But listen, I want to be dubbed the hardest working man on YouTube because we give it to you real and we give it to you straight. I don't want to cherry coat nothing out there. I don't want to cherry coat anything out there. So, hi, Glenn. I'm back from the grid. Maria. Hi, Maria. Crypto is here to stay. I agree with you, Maria. I think that it is. I think it's really getting into its own groove in the market. Crypto is a real fad. Thank you, Doug. I like that. Saint Glenn. Nope, I'm not a saint. I'm so not a saint. I'm just a guy, but I do want to be dubbed the hardest working man on YouTube. All right. Afterpay and Cash App, Square is getting it. I have Square as well. As a DJ, you can pay me. I got a little thing that you can swipe by credit card and puts it right into my account. I do that as well. Spotify finally streaming some rockin' revenue. How about that? That's another stock of interest that I have this week. Those are my only two stocks of interest. Let's go take a look at them. Spotify and where's my other one? Square. They're both at the bottom. Even though they made the news, they still mostly are at the bottom. Let's go analyze them real quick. Let's go view them on the stock graph. Look at that, though. Spotify, nicely moving up, broke through a level of resistance of 262.32, broke through, stayed above. Right now, pulling back a little bit to 388 for more aggressive move is still in play. Let's go put this on the swing trade side, though. Longer term, that means it's still above the 20-day. I like that. Let me take off sales. But look at earnings and earnings growth. I like them both on Spotify. I happen to use Tidal. How many of you people use whoever streams music? One for Spotify if you use Spotify. Two if you use Tidal. All right, those are my two main ones. One of Spotify, two for Tidal, three if it's something else. Hi, Paul. All right, three if it's something else. One if you use Spotify, two if you use Tidal, three if you use something else. I'm a Tidal person. I use Tidal. What'd you say?
There's so many.
There's so many. That's why a lot of threes should probably pop up. Yeah. But I'm a Tidal person. Especially, I use it for streaming. Huh?
Amazon Music.
Apple Music. There's a lot. I figured there was going to be a three. Somebody says 0. Claude says 0. I guess you don't stream anything. All right, that's fine. That's Spotify, and then let's go for Square. Square, even though they're taking, I'm thinking right now that Square is trying to make some waves out there news-wise to get their stock rolling. All right, it's a stock of interest because it hit the news, but this is probably not a stock I would buy right now. All right, I like that they're getting into the crypto space. But I think even the news of them getting into the crypto space is not enough to push it up higher right now. Even though it's a stock of interest, it's not a stock that I would buy. Definitely not a stock that I would buy. So if it's a car, it's a good one, says Zion. All right. Hi, Glenn. I'm back from there. I like that Maria's back. Way to be. I'm closing that. All right. So now we're going to give away the Tampa 2-day. We're going to give away the Tampa 2-day stream. I just streamed Glenn singing in the Jockey Club live. I'm not singing. I didn't sing today. Did I sing? I did. When I dip, you dip, we dip. All right. Let's talk about. Go ahead, put that up. Let's put that up first. Before we announce the winner, there's something that Patrick is doing right now. Trading for charity. We're going to play a quick 2-minute video before we announce the winner. We're going to play a quick 2-minute video. I need you guys to help Patrick out. All right, so it's going to starting on Tuesday the 9th at 11:30. You need to come to the YouTube channel, support Patrick on this. So Joey's going to play a video.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the VectorVest YouTube channel. My name is Patrick France. I'm a senior instructor here at VectorVest, and I've been here for over 10 years. I am pleased to announce that I will be bringing a brand new event to the VectorVest YouTube channel. This event will be starting on November 9th and running until December 10th. Every Tuesday and Wednesday starting November 9th at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, I will be live on the VectorVest YouTube channel where I will be doing some live trading, answering your guys' questions, maybe giving you guys some tips on how to enhance or better your own trading. Also, if you have questions about analyzing your own stocks, I would be glad to do that as well for you. During the next month, our goal is to raise as much money as possible to help kids less fortunate coming into the holiday season. So for every new subscriber that the VectorVest YouTube channel gets up until December 10th, VectorVest will make a donation on your behalf. So I can't do this without you, and I strongly urge you to come hang out every Tuesday and Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern as we try to grow awareness about this cause and really help make this whole holiday season brighter for kids that are less fortunate. Also, as a special bonus to you, every single live stream will be doing a random giveaway. But the kicker is, to be able to win, you have to be there with us live. So once again, I'm asking for your help to make this year's holiday season brighter for those less fortunate, and head on over to the stream for your chance to win some amazing prizes. So I look forward to seeing you guys there starting November 9th, 11:30 a.m. Eastern, right there on the VectorVest YouTube channel. And don't forget to tell all your friends, family, kids, grandparents, whoever it may be, make sure they're all there as well, because this is an event you won't want to miss out on. So thank you all for your time, and let's make this holiday season the best one yet.
All right, so folks, that is an awesome undertaking that Patrick is taking on. I want you guys to help him out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Support that charity, please do. And the winner of our $95 giveaway for the Tampa stream is Mura Matheson. Mura Matheson. Mura, are you here?
You gotta be here to win.
You got to be here to win it. Mura, are you here? Or else we're going to roll it again. I'm giving you 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. If you don't, I know there's a delay. But Mira, you gotta be here to win it, or else we're gonna roll it again. Yeah, you are. She's there. All right, Mira, you have to send an email to connect@vectorvest.com to claim your free live stream. $95 value. Congratulations, by the way. Congratulations. You won it. It again is a $95 value. You get the free live stream to the VectorVest today. All right? So there you go. All right, with that, man, we covered a lot today. So you know what time it is, right? It's time for you to go put your stocks in. Let's go take a look at your stocks. Let me empty this watch list. What are we in? There we go. Ready for your stocks. Let's go. All right. Left, right, Leo. No, right, Leo. Lefty, right, Leo. Oh, right, Leo. I love to double time. Up in the morning with the rising sun. Gonna run all day till the run is done. No, right, Leo. Lefty, right, Leo. That's right. I'm calling cadence while I'm typing in stocks. How about that? X row, comma, CVLG. How many of you like me calling cadence? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you liked me calling cadence in the room just now? Type of 1 in the room. I'm just curious to know. If you don't, type a 2. If you didn't like the cadence, type a 2. All right. RHI, comma, NETE. Yes, clocks go back Saturday night. Hoorah, simplified. There you go. Nobody said a no. GNRC. Nobody said no. AFRM, comma, one more. VLTA. I noticed somebody's been asking me about that. VLTA, comma, ARCB. All right. Those are my stocks for today. How many stocks did I come up with? Let's go see. Did I get 20? I got exactly 20 stocks, Joey. Exactly 20 stocks. So now, anybody who put up a stock that I am not looking at, you can go to www.vectorvest.com/free to get a free stock analysis on your stocks, on any stock that we track. All right. So PAG was there. All right. So now listen, here's my stocks. At the top of the list is ARCB by our master indicator VST. At the bottom of the list is Volta The worst stock by VST. And all of the stocks that everybody put in here, you can now see where they sit amongst the 20 stocks that came out in the room. All right, there's a couple of people who didn't like my cadence. Wow. Damon didn't like my cadence. Scooter didn't like my cadence. Claude didn't like my cadence. Cy, I can't please everybody, right? That's okay. It's all right. It's all right. PAG, because we are all Penske material. I'm not going to put did I put PAG up there? Nope. These are the stocks I got today, John. I try to look at everybody. Explains the haircut. Thank you, Les. Hoorah. And it's not even a high and tight. My haircut's not even a high and tight. All right. Let's go take a look at these stocks. So before I go look, everybody who gave me a stock that I put in here, now you can see where your stock sits. I like a firm, especially with Walmart going into the holiday season. Instead of using layaway, they're going to buy now, pay later with a firm. I like that idea. No, because there's a chair force. My daughter's in the chair force. I love her to death, but she's not in the real military. I am. 3-month graph. Good. Googly muggly. ARCB. Look at that. Transportation truck, transportation ship, all transportation is rock and rolling because people are moving goods all over the world, all over the country, right? Look at that. Bottom left, top right, new high. Love the volume. Love the earnings. ARCB, that's a great stock. Where would I look? About 12 cents higher than the high to get into it now. Definitely above the 20-day exponential moving average. Builder, man, gapped up but pulled back. Don't know what happened with it today. It was on big volume, new high, but a lot of profit taking. Last night when everybody went to bed, was this an earnings play? Yep, it was an earnings play. Builders, when they went to bed last night, the close price was $60.26. Today it went up to about $68. I don't know if that's real profit taking or it's got to be. That's got to be. Earnings came out. I don't know what the earnings look like. It looks like earnings must have been halfway good because it gapped up. I don't know if it beat or missed. I'd have to look further into it. I'd have to look into that. ASML, 2 stocks that came in from Facebook. Sorry, hold on. I'm going to add those because I didn't see those until just now. But I'm going to put in NEO. Sorry about that, folks. Zion put in NEO and somebody put in ASML. I did not see the Facebook ones. NVIDIA we already looked at. All right, NVIDIA we already looked at. Now let's graph them all again. All right, ARCB we already looked at. Builders we already looked at. EVC. This was one of my stocks for the hot stock panel yesterday. Big pullback today, but still clearly above the 20-year exponential moving average, clearly above this trend line. Earnings, look at the stair-step effect on earnings and earnings growth. I still like the stock. I think that this is just a down day, a little bit of buying pressure. Look at the big wick at the bottom. I like that. Just a down day today. Let's go to the next one. Knox. Little bit of a pullback, found the level of a low, went above the 20-day, went above a level of resistance at 54.22, tested it as a level of support and bounced back up again. I do like this stock. Volume's pretty steady. Earnings growth looks good. New high today. I would just wait and make sure I buy it on an up day, but I like that stock. Wow. STM was below the 20-day exponential moving average, found a level of support, went up, new high today. A lot of stocks hitting a new high today. Earnings looks good. Earnings growth looks good. Volume is leveling out, new high. I do like it. I would go 12 cents higher than the high. Next one, ASML, electronic semiconductor. You know, this one is moving. It was doing a little bit of middling. I like that it's fading the gap that was back here. Not a new high, but nice open candle on good volume. Watched earnings growth. Earnings is moving up. Definitely earnings is moving up. I got a profit target sitting at the high of $8.95. So I got about $45 I can still make on it. And then it would be back in uncharted territory. But that's your next headwind. If you're in it, I like the price of about $8.95 as your high, especially knowing that earnings is growing. But watch, earnings is going up, but watch earnings growth rate. Next one, CVLG was a good stock. Something happened. I don't know. It was an earnings. Something happened. The stock's price really kicked over. Right now, consolidating. I've got a level of 29.71 as a level of most recent resistance. Was resistance back here, current resistance now. It's breaking through and went above the 20-day. I think it's getting ready to run up a little bit. I've got a profit target sitting about $34.75, about $4 I could see to make on this stock. I like the move coming off. Let me show you something. I like, for the most part, the higher lows. Let me make that darker. So as a trend line, I like that it's breaking through resistance. I'd like to see it follow through tomorrow before I jump on board. Next stock, Netty. Ooh, parabolic, watch it. All right, big move. It's not an earnings play. Some kind of news moving it. I'm not feeling that. Right at the new high. It's too big of a move in a short amount of time. I do like the earnings and the earnings growth. I do like that. Big wick at the bottom, big wick at the top. I'd be careful with this one, all right? I'd like to see a steady move more so than a rapid move. Like this is a more steady move. Look at that. Nicely moving higher. RHI, Robert Half, that's headhunter people, right? Nice high. I like everything about the stock. This one I like. This one I definitely like the move in this stock. It did a little consolidation, went up. I like that stock, I cannot lie. APO, little bit of a hammer formation for a hanging man. I see the pullback. I like the 20-day exponential moving average. Is a nice level of support. Earnings, looks like earnings were halfway decent because the stock's price went up, but pulled back today. Volume is steady. Earnings, growth is just flat, but earnings are growing up. I'd like to see the stock take out the high before I jump on board. Woof. GNRC. Generac is a great stock. Right now is not the right time. Right now is right now. Ooh, did they miss earnings? Look at that. Look at the gap down on the day of earnings. Big wick at the top. A lot of selling pressure following through below the 20-day. I'm not feeling it right now. All right, I need the stock to move. Now, if you own it, man, that would have been a good opportunity yesterday to get out more so than riding it more down today. Keep that in mind. I don't know if they missed earnings on it, but this is normally a good company. ABG is easy as 1, 2, 3. It's really ABC. Anyway, stock's price, that was an earnings play. Didn't look so good. It closed below the 20-day. That would have been the day that I probably would have gotten out. You know, like I told you, no matter what moving averages you use, I don't like the idea of buying the dip. Well, it dipped below the 20-day exponential moving average. That would have been a good opportunity to get out instead of riding it down right now. I do like the earnings and the earnings growth, but evidently the earnings, it couldn't overcome the bad earnings. It looks like it was bad earnings or revenues. Jeff, I like this stock. This one looks like an airplane coming out of the bottom left to the top right. Just a down day today. That's all right. It's got a lot more up days than down days over the past few weeks. The stock is still above the 20-day exponential moving average. Earnings growth is jagged all over the place, but earnings itself is moving. I like the stock. Volume is pretty steady. I like the stock. Today is just a down day. Let's go to the next stock. LHX below the 20-day exponential moving average. That's when I would have gotten out of it. Earnings came after the play. I like the move, big gap down below the 20. This is where I would have gotten out. And I guess it's a longer term graph when I'm looking at the 20 exponential moving average. I like to use this as a way to get in and out, especially over on a swing trade, right? I like the bounce now. This would be preliminarily an early move to get in. I'd really like to see the stock get back above the 20-day before I jump on board with it. Next one, net looks good. Is the train left the station? Wow, look at the jagosity with the earnings per share and earnings growth. I don't know about that. But I like the stock. Earnings play, looks like earnings were good. The stock's price is going up. But the engine that drives it, I'm not really feeling it from that perspective. But I can't disagree or can't ignore the stock's price moving higher. Wow, Affirm. I like this stock. And I like this stock. And I think the collaboration with Walmart is going to be a hit come Christmas. Buy now, pay later. Affirm is going to take on the payments. Walmart can now not worry about holding up inventory on, what's the word when you go put a layaway? You know how much stuff that they couldn't sell because it was in layaway? Now they don't have to worry about that. That's going to be good sales for them. Affirm, I like this collaboration. I like the stock. Now, I don't like the earnings per share falling, but I like overall the buzz behind it. This is a stock that I do like. All right, let's go to Upstart. Upstart looked great. Right now, it's consolidation. Right now it's consolidation. There's a level of resistance. Here's a level of support. Stocks, there we go. Stocks in a little bit of consolidation. Moving averages are only good when a stock is trending up or trending down, not when it's moving sideways. Not when it's moving sideways. All right, but Upstart right now, I'd leave it alone. If I'm in it though, man, when the stock fell below the 20, that would have been my time to get out. All right, next stock. Let's go take a look. NEO. Well, we looked at the EV space. The EV space was moving up 17% over the last 2 weeks. NEO is part of that. It is moving up. Look at that selling pressure on today's candle, now serving as a level of support at 42.67. Let's see what happens with that. But it is above the 20-day. It was in a channel. It broke above. Let's go see if tomorrow's activity keeps you above it. I got a profit target of about 46.38. Not a whole bunch. Earnings looks good. Earnings growth does not. Let's go down to the next one, XROF. I own XROF, and I'm happy with what it's doing right now. It's moving up. Yesterday, gapped up. I still caught a lot of that. I caught all of that gain because I've been in it. And another big move right now, it's at a level of resistance of 270. Let's see if it can get through that and then 281. This stock's got some good upside. I'm just really waiting for some news from Sue in regards to what's going on. But the stock from a 20-day exponential moving average, longer-term play, looks good. Earnings and earnings growth doesn't wide. They're not selling anything right now. They're not selling anything, but some kind of contract is coming out with some guy and somewhere and something. XROF could be ready to pop. XROF could be ready to pop. It's still lower dollar, something to keep your eyes on. Keep your nose to the grindstone and when it comes down to this, all right? Something's getting ready to pop with XROF. I'm telling you, all right? Melly, I'm not feeling that. This is more sitting in the channel. I know it bounced off a little bit of a double bottom right here. It bounced off a level of support. I'd like to see it, and this is an earnings play. So good open candle on an earnings play. Let the stock break above that level of the 20-day exponential moving average before you do anything. All right, next stock is Lyft. Earnings. Lyft ain't lifting me. I'm not. I can't even make a good story out of it. It gapped up. Earnings a couple of days ago. Wow. Earnings growth. The graphs don't lie. Just like Shakira's hips, graphs don't lie. Graphs don't lie. It's below the 20-day exponential moving average, and the stock was trending a lot lower prior to earnings. The earnings play was just a bump. And Volta, retail miscellaneous, earnings per share, not so good. It is currently above the 20-day exponential moving average. It's a hold. Right now, it's a little bit of a channel with a level of resistance at 1026, a level of support at 850. It's sitting in a little bit of a channel, but it is above the 20-day exponential moving average. I like that. I'd like to see volume pick up. I'm not seeing a whole bunch of interest right now. Little indecision bars or what we call dojis. I really need the stock to break above that $10.26. And once it does, I got a profit target of about $14.34. Right now, though, I do like that it's above the 20-day exponential moving average. I'm going to add two more from Facebook, three more. VMAR, REGN, IDEX. It's from my Facebook folks. VMAR. It's in the channel. It's in the channel. I'm not playing it right now. I'll put it on a 6-month graph. Yeah, I'm not yet. The stock has had a high over the last 6 months of $11.99. It's trading at $6.52. I need the stock to break out. Now, I do like the earnings, and I like the earnings growth. I need the stock's price to move, though. I need the stock. The earnings looks good, the earnings growth. So I think it's got good upside potential. I need it to break out of it, get out of its own way before I would tell you to buy it. All right? I do like the earnings and the earnings growth, but it needs to get out. And right now, it's currently below the 20-day exponential moving average. Next one, REGN, earnings. I don't know what earnings would look like, but the stock is down today. It is above the 20-day exponential moving average. Earnings and earnings growth looks good. I got to go look at the story on earnings. It's still a buy recommendation, but a down day. One day doesn't make a trend. I do like that it's above the 20-day and volume has been steady. And the last stock is IDEX. Oof. I'm not feeling it. The stock has just been trending down. It broke through the downtrend. Let me show you. It did break through the downtrend. Freehand line. It did break through the downtrend, but look at that. It's challenging that level of support right now. Yeah, this is not an earnings play. I'm not feeling IDX. If you own it, your only last saving grace is if the stock's price goes below the 20-day. If it goes below the 20-day exponential moving average, I probably would get rid of it and wait for a better buying opportunity. All right, with that, I'm done. That was a busy day. Where's my? Not that one. Is that one? Yeah. Woo! We covered a lot today, didn't we? Man, all right, how many people hit the like button? Folks, if you didn't hit the like button, and if you felt that this was useful today, hit the like button. I tell you, I'm going to be the hardest working man on YouTube. My job is to give it to you straight. Energy says, Volta also partnered with Topgolf. Remember, I looked at the stocks as you wanted me to. I don't know the stories behind them. All right, and you know something? That's kind of cool. I'm all right with that. All I'm telling you is what the graph tells me now, Energy. That was my goal. My goal was to look at the graph, tell you from what I saw, what I thought. Now, a lot of times, news can drive these stocks in the opposite direction, but I was not aware of the news. I just did this on the fly. All right. If you haven't, like I said, if you haven't hit the like button now, do it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, do it. Joey, one more time, put the link for the Tampa 2-day. I need you guys to start ordering it. All right? So, because if not, you're going to miss out. Joey's going to put the link up there. He's working on it now. He's going to put the link up there. Folks, I need you guys to start thinking about it because, again, the last thing I want to do is start turning people away, especially from the live. All right? And this is a good time to get ahead of from the in-person. Huh?
You got to call it in-person and live stream.
All right, there's two of them. There's an in-person and there's a live stream. I don't want to have to tell some of y'all we don't have any more space at the in-person. You probably want to, did you put the in-person one up there too?
I don't know, what's that say? Live stream?
That's the live stream. So we're going to put up the in-person registration as well. When you click on the link, make sure you click on the right link, the one that's for in-person or the one that's for the live stream. I want you guys to start signing up for it now, all right? Whether it's the live stream or in-person. See which link applies to you. If it's the in-person, click on that link and subscribe. Or already, Ninja says, ordered at the beginning. Awesome. Excellent for the live stream. I need you guys to start ordering it now, all right? Because it's going to go. It's going to go fast. All right? I'm about done for today. Man, I am done. What time is it? I'm
3:30.
I'm pretty much right on time. Mura, congratulations to you for winning the free live stream. And everybody who stayed, thank you for staying. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for all that you guys do to support the channel. I'm done. I'm kind of parched. I'm thirsty. I'm going to go drink some ginger ale. So, folks, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until next time, folks, I see you. See ya.